Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. CM Punk has sent a three-word message after his blockbuster win over Drew McIntyre at Bash in Berlin on August 31st. The former WWE champion was victorious in a strap match over his arch-rival. The feud between Punk and McIntyre began during the Men's Royal Rumble match earlier this year when the Scotsman injured the former. At WrestleMania XL, the Best in the World assaulted and cost the Scottish Warrior his World Heavyweight Championship to Damian Priest, who cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. Following McIntyre's win in their first match at SummerSlam, Punk won the rematch at Bash in Berlin and expressed his love for the WWE Universe in three words. Bash in Berlin marked CM Punk's first victory since returning to WWE at the 2023 Survivor Series War Games Premium Live event. This was also his second televised singles match since returning to the Stamford-based promotion. Kevin Owens gave his honest thoughts on CM Punk. Kevin Owens has admitted that he and CM Punk were not friends. He said that the two of them had no reason to talk. Owens shared his honest opinion on the Second City Saint while speaking to Daily Mail. He said that they weren't exactly friends and thus had no reason to converse. However, the prizefighter noted that if he ever had to work with the 45-year-old, they would probably talk. We, CM Punk and I, never talk. We have no reason to talk. We're not friends. We're just not. I don't know. We have no reason to talk. If we work together, we will talk, but just not a thing we do, said Owens. Following Drew McIntyre's loss to Damian Priest at WrestleMania XL, Punk cost the Scotsman his World Heavyweight Championship match against Priest at Clash at the Castle, Scotland. The former WWE champion got the better of McIntyre yet again when he interrupted the Scottish Warrior cashing in his newly won MITB contract during Priest's title defense against Seth Rollins. It remains to be seen if WWE books a trilogy bout between McIntyre and Punk at Bad Blood. CM Punk stood in the center of the ring, his chest rising and falling with every breath, sweat dripping from his forehead. The crowd in Berlin was electric, their roars filling the Mercedes-Benz Arena as they celebrated one of the most anticipated matches of the night. Drew McIntyre had given everything he had, but in the end, it was CM Punk who emerged victorious, delivering the GTS to the Scottish Warrior and securing the 3 count. As the referee raised his hand in victory, Punk surveyed the crowd, a sly smile playing on his lips. The Best in the World had returned to WWE with a vengeance, and this victory over McIntyre was just the latest in a series of matches that had proven he hadn't lost a step. But as the cheers of the fans echoed through the arena, there was a sense that something deeper was at play. Punk's return had been shrouded in mystery, and his motives were still unclear. Tonight, however, he was about to give the WWE Universe a glimpse into his mind. With his music still playing in the background, Punk grabbed a microphone. The fans quieted down, eager to hear what he had to say. He looked around the arena, his expression unreadable, before bringing the microphone to his lips. Punk wins again, he said, his voice calm but with an edge that hinted at something more. He let the words hang in the air for a moment before continuing. But this isn't about Drew McIntyre. This isn't even about me. This is about something bigger. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, hanging on every word. Punk was known for his sharp tongue and his ability to cut through the noise, and tonight was no different. There was something in his eyes. Drew McIntyre is one of the toughest competitors I've ever faced, Punk continued. He's a warrior, a fighter, and he brought everything he had tonight. But I've been fighting battles long before I stepped back into this ring. And the truth is, I'm just getting started. The arena erupted into cheers once more, but Punk didn't seem interested in the adulation. His gaze was distant, almost as if he was looking past the crowd, past the moment. There was a sense that he was building up to something that would shake the very foundations of WWE. I've been back in this company for a short time, and already I can see it, Punk said, his voice dropping to a near whisper. The cracks, the flaws, the things no one wants to talk about. But I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm here to expose the truth, no matter how ugly it is. He paused, letting his words sink in. The crowd was silent now, captivated by the intensity of Punk's words. He was peeling back the layers, revealing a side of himself that hadn't been seen in years. The self-righteous firebrand who had once called himself the voice of the voiceless was back, and he was ready to burn the house down. You see, I didn't come back for the money, the fame, or even the titles, Punk said, his voice rising. I came back because this place needs a reckoning. It needs someone who's not afraid to speak the truth, to fight for what's right, even when it's unpopular. And tonight, I'm sending a message to everyone in that locker room, to everyone in the back who thinks they're untouchable. Punk looked directly into the camera, his eyes burning with intensity. Your time is up, he said, his voice cold and final. The crowd erupted once again, but Punk wasn't finished. He turned his attention back to the fans, his expression softening for just a moment. Berlin, you've been amazing tonight, he said, a hint of a smile on his lips. But this isn't just about tonight. This is about tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. This is about the future of this business. And whether you love me or hate me, you're going to have to face the truth. With that, Punk dropped the microphone, the sound echoing through the arena. He stood there for a moment, soaking in the reaction of the crowd. There was a mix of emotions on the faces of the fans, excitement, confusion, and perhaps even a bit of fear. Punk had always had a way of making people uncomfortable, of forcing them to confront things they didn't want to see. And tonight was no different. As he made his way up the ramp, Punk glanced over his shoulder at the ring, where Drew McIntyre was just beginning to stir. There was no animosity in his gaze, no sense of triumph. In many ways, it seemed as though Punk's victory was just a footnote in a much larger story. One that was only beginning to unfold. When Punk reached the top of the ramp, he turned back to face the crowd one last time. He raised his fist in the air, a gesture that had become synonymous with his rebellious spirit. The crowd roared in approval, but there was something different in the air. A sense of anticipation, of uncertainty. What was Punk planning? What did he mean by those 3 words, your time is up? As the lights in the arena dimmed and Punk disappeared backstage, the questions lingered in the air. There was a sense that the WWE universe was on the brink of something big, something that could change the landscape of the company forever. And at the center of it all was CM Punk, the man who had always thrived on chaos, on disruption, on challenging the status quo. One thing was certain, CM Punk had sent his message loud and clear. And now, the world would have to wait and see what came next.